Right. So, good evening, everybody, and welcome to our opening night session where we would look at our program for the July 2025 date. And we'll begin with our timeline, which is very important since we've made some progress with our timeline. We have actually begun with our technology training, which is an essential part of our program, because our tuition is strictly online, and we strive to ensure that we ensure all our students are able to adapt the use of technology, especially the use of Zoom to join lectures, as well as the ability to also use our mobile application. So for those who have registered for our tuition program, I'm sure you have gone through that process. The whole of last week was dedicated to that. Yesterday, we had a session with our reciters, which is part of our program. We engage our reciters in an open discussion to strategize on what they can do to improve on their outcomes going into the current diet. That was done yesterday. And today is our opening night, a wonderful session where we meet all our students, prospective and registered students, discuss our program for this particular diet, and emphasize what is new, what has come in to improve on what we are doing, and also solicit from you some feedbacks and improve on what we are going to do in this July session. So tonight is our opening night, but for the purpose of clarity, I would clearly indicate that our lecture starts tomorrow. Even though tomorrow is a public holiday, our lectures will kick off from tomorrow. So let's all take note of that, because somebody may be asking, do we have lectures tomorrow? Please take note of that. Tomorrow, we have our session starting. Tomorrow, we have strategic case study as well as public sector accounting at 6 p.m. So tomorrow, 31st of March, tuition will commence immediately. We also have a reciters program, which we normally call the modular program. We also would notify all students that our modular program will kick off tomorrow. That's on Friday, 4th of April. So please take note of that. The reciters program, which is normally called the modular program, will kick off on the 4th of April. Then our tuition will come to an end. Hopefully on the 15th of June, we expect to conclude our tuition by the 15th of June. So obviously, this is to ensure that we end tuition way in advance before we begin our intensive revision program. And that is expected to start from the 25th of June. That is 10 clear days after the end of lectures. So this time around, we'll end lectures 15th of June. That is second week in the month of June, and then kick off with our intensive revision from the 25th of June. Somebody may ask, what about exams? The exams for July diet would be starting from the 7th of July. So let's please take note of that. Exams will start from the 7th of July. So please take note of that. So that is a very important itinerary that we all need to have regard for. So July 7th, our exams will be in progress. Is that clear? So please, this is the timeline. We've already done the first part, which is the technology training. So if you have registered as a student and you haven't partaken in that training, the videos are available in the mobile application. I would encourage you to engage them to be able to appreciate how technology can be useful in supporting your preparation for lectures, as well as how to navigate our mobile application, which is very important. So everybody should ensure that we are able to go and watch the videos from the training we had on technology. And looking at the Institute's direction, the Institute clearly is now moving towards a computer-based exam. as you may be aware, those who wrote the level 1 students who wrote the March exams were subjected to that particular new technology. So the institute is now conducting computer-based exam. So those who wrote the the March exam for level 1 have actually taken that particular type of exam. And, and the emphasis is that by 2026, level 2 will also be moved onto the online platform. So please, you better align. Technology is the way to go. So please, if you don't make the most of it, you will be found wanting. So by next year, 2026, March date 2026, there will be a need for those writing the level 2 program to start with the computer-based exam. So that is something that is coming up next year. So we have only 2 more sitting. So after this date, after the November, hopefully next year March, there's going to be the use of technology for the level 2 exam. So please make sure you are aware of this change and prepare to adequately make use of technology. Exactly. So the timeline is clear. We are starting lectures tomorrow for tuition. Tuition starts tomorrow. For our modular program, it starts on the 4th of April. Lectures end on the 15th of June. Intervention begins on the 25th of June. Exams is on the 7th of July. So that's in terms of itinerary. Yesterday, we had a session with the reciters where we actually gave them a talk on what are some of the strategies they can use going into this sitting. And I would want to share those same strategies with everybody again, but they are so important. So I will do that quickly, and then we look at our programs. So for the strategies I recommend students engage in preparation going into July is to start early. There are some of us who have registered but have not started watching videos. Please do so. You don't join a lecture without not having to watch some of the previous sessions. It's going to really be helpful to you. So try as much as possible to watch the videos of the previous sessions as early as possible. It will help you to settle into the issues in the current sitting. Is that okay? So do that. So be consistent, very much so, because some people are not consistent. They don't join lectures. They absent themselves as many times as possible. Then they get overwhelmed with videos that they have to watch in order to catch up. So that becomes a problem. So consistency is very important. Collaboration is also something we recommend. Join effort with other colleagues that are of the same goal and objective so that you can be able to have a lot of interactions before the exam. Take advantage of technology, which we have actually emphasized by conducting a technology training. Personal time management. You cannot be doing a professional exam without not having a change in your time management. The way you manage your time has to change. You cannot be doing things the same way you've been doing it. So make sure that you align. If you are writing a professional program, your time will be so much pressed. There will be so many things demanding for your attention. There will be so much demanding for your attention, and you need to make or put in the right effort to give the time to what is important, and that is your professional qualification. Because if you don't give it the right time or effort, it won't yield the desired result. So we always recommend you manage your time well. Personal time management is very important. You also have to adopt effective learning approach. We would do that. So when we start lectures, one of the things I'll be doing is that 2 weeks after lectures, I will run a webinar to help you, educate you on some of the learning techniques you can adopt. Because some of us, to be frank, our learning approach is not the best. So I would engage in a webinar to help you with some of the learning techniques that you can adopt to improve on your studies. Exactly. So I'll do that when we are 2 weeks into the lecture. I will commission that webinar to engage all students to seek how best we can improve on the way we learn. Exactly. And one other recommendation is that you must be involved in class. Even though the lecture is an online lecture, we allow students to interact live on the call. So I would advise that take advantage of that. Is that okay? Take advantage of that. Anytime we have lectures, make sure what you are live in class. Ask questions as much as possible, but make sure that those questions are well rehearsed and well targeted to bring out the best from the lecturer. Is that okay? So be involved in class, very important. And then also subject combination. I've done a webinar on that severally, advising students on the best subject selection. And yesterday we went through that with our reciters, advising severally on what subjects that they should combine in order to have the best outcomes. Exactly. Most students delay a lot in qualifying, obviously because of poor subject combination. They combine the wrong subjects and it keeps them stuck at certain level for so many years. Yesterday, a testimony was shared by one of our students who started writing strategic case study and corporate reporting since May 2021, and he just qualified last sitting. He has been troubled by those two papers for well over 3 years now. Exactly. So that is the challenge. Those who have strategic case study and corporate reporting as their last two papers to write, the chance of spending so much time in passing those papers is very high. So avoid it, do the best of combination so that eventually you don't get stuck with those two papers as your final papers for qualification. It can be troublesome, exactly. So take advice from our recommended subject selection so that you can come out well. So these were the strategies we discussed yesterday. I'm sure the repetition has helped somebody to remember these strategies we spoke about yesterday. If you take advantage of them, it can really, really assist you. Start early, be consistent, collaborate, take advantage of technology, manage your time, adopt effective learning approach, be involved in class, and make sure you have selected the best of subject combinations. These strategies have done wonders for a lot of people, so make sure you take advantage of them. And that is my advice for everybody. Whether you are a reciter or you are joining us for the first time for tuition, this is one thing I will surely recommend. So I'll quickly go back to our subject selection. And once in terms of our itinerary, I'll do that quickly. And once I do that, I will quickly then move on to look at our programs. Is that okay? So in terms of our timeline, I emphasize we are starting lectures tomorrow, 31st of March, even though it's a holiday. Our reciters program starts 4th of April. Don't forget that. Tuition ends on the 15th of June. Then our intervention starts from the 25th of June. So take note of that. Exams kick off from the 7th of July. So what I'm going to do is that I would quickly share with you our various programs that we have. I'll start with our tuition. So in terms of our tuition program for July, in terms of the timetable, I want to discuss that with you, which is very important. So take note that every subject will be conducted twice a week, and there will be a weekend and weekday sessions. I repeat, for our tuition program, lectures are to be, to happen twice a week. So for example, if you are writing corporate reporting, you are expected to join lectures on Saturday as well as on Thursdays, every week, twice a week. Is that okay? We advise you to do that because it will enable us to finish the syllabus on time. If you're able to join the two sessions, it will enable us to finish the syllabus on time. In the past, we were repeating lectures. So what we were doing was that weekend lectures were separate from weekday lectures. It means we were not repeating the lectures, right? Whatever we were teaching on weekday, we repeat it on the weekend. So it was a slow process. We had challenges finishing the syllabus because that means we are meeting once a week. But going with this approach, it means that we are meeting twice a week, and it helps us to finish the syllabus in time. So for our tuition program, please take note, lectures are twice a week. You must join both sessions. Is that okay? If you can join both sessions, then you can be live on one session and use the videos to catch up on the other session. So that's a good option that could assist you. So if you cannot join both sessions, just make sure that you choose which one you can join live and then use the video to catch up for the second option. And make sure that if you have questions, you can ask in the session that you are joining live. There's no problem about that. If you ask the question, is the same lecturer, why not? We'll respond to it. It shouldn't be a problem at all. I believe it's clear. So this is the approach that has proven to give us the desired result. By going with this approach, we are able to finish the syllabus on time. And this time around, as we have indicated, we are finishing up everything by 15th of June. So hopefully we should be done with all these, with this itinerary. So twice a week, weekday sessions, take advantage and make sure we are able to finish the syllabus. So that's for our tuition program. In terms of the fees for tuition, our tuition fee is very moderate, as you are all aware. Our tuition fee is for level 2, tuition is $599, for level 3, $699, and for level 1, $499. If you are registering for 3 subjects, you get a discount, which is very much part of our programs. You get a discount of 10% for registering for 3 papers. So please take note of that, okay? And automatically, once you register in the mobile application, you have automatic access to all the previous videos, right? The videos of the previous sessions are automatically made available to you so that you can use them to catch up. And as I recommended, make sure that you are watching the previous videos, because the more you watch the previous videos, the better it is for you. Because why not? You are able to follow up the issues before joining the main class. So make sure you use the previous videos to catch up. Exactly. Very much so. Then yesterday we had an exposition on our modular program, which is for reciters actually. So the modular program is designed for those who are resitting, who have joined our tuition program, and by some dint of effort, they couldn't pass and are still writing the exam. So this program is designed in such a way that the students have access to the videos of the previous session that they have attended. And then we have a weekly meetings to solve questions. So once a week we meet, and you can see the itinerary there. So if you are doing strategic case study, there will be a weekly meetings on Sunday, 6 p.m. If you are doing financial reporting, there will be a weekly meeting on Saturday, 6 p.m. to solve questions. So that's what happens for the modular. There will be weekly meetings to solve questions. You have access to your previous videos of the previous diet so that you can use it to catch up on the tutorials whilst joining to solve questions every week. Is that okay? And there are some times where we allow the modular students to join the regular class. We do that intentionally because we are not sure whether they are watching the videos on the tutorials. So we try as much as possible to put a lot of pressure on them by sometimes inviting them to join the regular class. It's done intentionally to put them on their toes. Exactly. So that is for our modular program. And it's a very good program we recommend for all students. And if you are a student who have if you are in the 30s, anything in the 30s above, this is a program I'll recommend for you. But if you haven't scored any mark in the 30s, you have gotten anything below 30, please, in all humility, just join the regular tuition program. I repeat, if you have gotten any marks below 30s, don't join the modular, just go back and join the regular tuition. That will be more beneficial to you than the modular, because sometimes you have students join the modular program and they have inadequate knowledge of the subject. Is that okay? They don't have a good knowledge of the issues put across. They struggle to follow because in the modular class, we are solving questions. And if you are coming into that class and you lack preparation, you may get frustrated. So we always advise that if you are not in the 30s and in the 40s, please revert to the regular class. Exactly. There's no shame here. There's nothing wrong rejoining the lecture program. And that is the best, because when you join the tuition, you are going to re-engage the issues that you have already done. But this time around, in joining the class, you have a lot of questions to put across. You have issues that you may not have understood in the previous session, and you have the opportunity to ask for clarification. Exactly. So that is something worth engaging. So we advise, check your mark, check your extent of performance in the previous diet before making a decision between the modular and the regular class. So please take note of that. And we advise you to do that and make the best of decision. Exactly. Right. So in the last sitting, we introduced a program called the IPSAS Live. I'll come to that very soon. But in order to notify you of what we normally do, we have a program because of how important IFRS is for some of the subjects we normally do. We have a compulsory class for all students to join us on Wednesday to learn IFRS. And the students who we allow on that program are those who are doing tuition as well as modular for financial reporting, public sector, corporate reporting, advanced audit, and then audit and assurance. So students who are actually doing those subjects have a weekly meeting to understand IFRS. It's a free session for all students who are on our program. So we do that intentionally. Reason is because IFRS is the backbone or the framework that is so important for all those papers. So we do it intentionally, and the strategy is to ensure that all our students appreciate IFRS. If you appreciate IFRS, you will surely have a good outcome, whether you are writing financial reporting, corporate reporting, public sector, advanced audit, or audit and assurance. You will surely be doing well if your IFRS is very sharp. So please take note of that, okay? Then we have books that we currently have for the syllabus. We have put them together, carefully put together. First set of books we have released is on the following subject. We normally call them the compendium, okay? So for advanced audit and assurance, we have a compendium. It's mainly the what do you call it, the manual. So the advanced audit compendium is actually a manual for audit. Is that clear? Advanced audit. The strategic case study compendium is actually also a manual. So it has all the relevant lecture materials, but in a summarized form to assist your preparation. Now, for the corporate reporting, financial reporting, and public sector compendiums, they are actually having a lot of practice questions. Is that okay? So public sector, financial reporting, corporate reporting compendiums have practice questions because those are publications or those are topics that require a lot of practice. So with those three compendiums, we have questions that can assist your preparation. So in light of that, we have decided that, okay, going into this sitting, we are publishing new books to assist your preparation. So we have the strategic case study, where we have now provided or designed a book specifically for the sake of practice. So we have a revision kit for strategic case study, okay? We have a revision kit for strategic case study, first time published, so that we can help you with your practice questions, okay? So strategic case study revision kit is very much going to have a lot of questions for you to practice. Then we also have advanced auditor. So since we didn't have a lot of questions in the manuals, we have also developed a revision kit specifically for advanced audit. So please take note of that. We have also put together some question and answers for management accounting so that you can also use that to assist your preparation. So those of you doing management accounting, this is not a lecture note. This is not a manual. It's a revision kit. We had this in the old syllabus, and we are revising it to suit the new syllabus. So that will really help your preparation. Then we also have a book for principles of tax. It's also a revision kit, strictly with questions and answers to assist your practice. So I will recommend them to you. They will be available in the coming weeks. So you can pre-order them now and get copies delivered to you once they are made available. So I will recommend you pre-order. The reason is because in the previous sittings, when we release books, we have a lot of pressure from students because they don't order early. So when the books are being distributed, then they start panicking. So I'll recommend that you can pre-order them as quickly as possible so that when the time comes for delivery, you can obtain copies as quick as possible. So that is it for our books. We also have, as I indicated, the free IFRS for all our students. That is done, as I indicated, on Wednesdays for all students doing financial reporting, corporate reporting, public sector, advanced audit, and audit and assurance. But we also have what we call the IPSAS Live. Now, the IPSAS Live is also an intentional program done to also emphasize the knowledge of IPSAS. That is the International Public Sector Accounting Standard. We did that last sitting. It was another exciting session. We did that last sitting where we went every week on Fridays in the morning, early in the morning, we meet to discuss questions on the IPSAS. We'll do the same in this sitting also. This was for last sitting, but I will revise and do the same. So this sitting, I will be handling IPSAS again for all students doing public sector accounting and support you with good clarity of knowledge on IPSAS. So get ready to meet me to discuss IPSAS going into this sitting once more. Exactly, because now public sector accounting is now a troublesome paper. Students are not doing well, obviously because certain knowledge are not well understood. So why not? For public sector, IPSAS is a major issue. Last sitting, if you look at your question on IPSAS, you can tell clearly that there's a lot of work that must be done. So make sure once you are on our program, you can join the IPSAS Live, and it will be a weekly program just for us to discuss questions on IPSAS, and that will help us a lot. So please get ready to join our program and enjoy all these benefits. Is that okay? This time around, the IPSAS Live would be available for those who are registered for tuition. Is that okay? So it's not going to be meant for everybody. Those who are registered for tuition, as well as those who are registered for modular, are those who will be participating in the IPSAS Live. It's not going to be a free bonanza anymore. It's strictly going to be for those who are on our programs as an additional question and answer session to assist your preparation on the IPSAS. So please take note of that. It's no more going to be free for the general public. It's strictly going to be for our own students. Is that okay? So please, you can only participate if you are a student registered with ASPAR Executive Institute. So please take note of that, okay? Right, so that is it. So at this point, I would want to open the floor. If there are any questions, we can deal with them as we proceed. Because I know once you are coming back for our tuition program, you may want to ask questions, you may want to seek clarifications. I would start responding to that. But you can put your questions and answers in the Q&A session. Some people have started doing that already. I will read them out and provide answers. Is that okay? So you can put your questions in there. You can type them in the Q&A session. I will be glad to start responding to them now. And then once we do that, those who may want to speak live, I would invite you to do so. So let's start here. I say, sir, what about those of us already in such a situation? What do we do? I'm sure the person is asking about those in the situation of writing corporate reporting and strategic case study. It's a difficult situation, I must say. Those writing corporate reporting and strategic case study. If you look at the trends, it doesn't really help. I'm telling you, the trend is that those who write those two papers as two final papers, most of the time struggle to qualify. But once you are at ASPAR, you are at the right place. The good news is that I have the sole responsibility for those two papers, and I give off my optimal best to ensure students do well. So I would encourage you, if you are a reciter, join the modular program. If you are joining us for the first time, join the regular tuition. Why not? We can do it. Exactly. So the hope is not lost. The most important thing is that we know it's a problem. And once it's a problem, we have to find a way to solve it. Exactly. So that is my encouragement for you. It's not the best situation to find yourself. To have corporate reporting and strategic case study as your final papers, as I indicated, is a trouble. it's a trouble spot. But as I said, once you are part of our program, we'll find a way around it. Exactly. So somebody say, let me take some of the questions now. Somebody say, what is the best ideal subject combination for level 2? Like I always say, if you are starting level 2 for the first time, ideally, your best combination will be to combine financial reporting and public sector, or management, accounting, and financial management. Those two papers normally is perfect to combine them. I repeat, financial reporting, public sector, good combination. Management, accounting, and financial management, another good combination. So those are combinations that you can have that can give you some good results. So if you are starting with level 2 for the first time, those are combinations I will recommend. Is that okay? Right. Especially, for those, there are two papers that a lot of students normally have exemptions in. That is audit and assurance, and then sometimes principles of tax. So most students have a lot of exemptions in those two papers, but that's why I haven't mentioned that. Exactly. So most times students come on board and they are supposed to write 4 papers: financial reporting, public sector, management, accounting, and then financial management. So if those are your 4 outstanding papers in level 2, that will be my recommendation for you. Exactly. So somebody say, do we have to pay for the webinar that will be organized as well as for the revision? So the webinar will be running to help you adopt effective learning approach, right? That webinar is solely meant for those who are registered for tuition, as well as modular. Exactly. Those who are registered on our program, I will be organizing a special webinar 2 weeks into the program to guide you on the best and effective way of learning. Exactly. I'll provide you some insight on how to learn. Exactly. Which some of us are lacking. Ability to know the best approaches to use to keep you to remember issues easily. It's something most of us are lacking. So that webinar will touch on that. Exactly. Somebody said, please, I want clarity on the offline. I was informed that if one registers for offline, she will not access the current videos but the previous videos. Please, I'm more concerned because I'm unable to join live class. So if you are registering for offline, offline is actually for students who have already or who are resitting, right? But do not want to join the live class. They just want to rely on the videos in order to assist their preparation. That is the aim of the offline. So most times the offline students are given videos, is that okay, of the previous sitting. So in this case, they will be allowed access to the March tuition videos, exactly, for the offline. So that is what happens with the offline, exactly. But if you are a student who is now joining tuition and you think that you are not able to join live lessons, so you want to do offline, we don't have that package yet. Is that okay? Because we may not know. You may one time decide to join the live lecture. So you cannot say that you won't join live lecture all throughout the sitting. That may not be possible. Because there may be a time you want to join and ask questions and seek clarification. So if you are a first timer joining our tuition program, register for regular tuition. I won't advise you to register for offline. Offline is meant for reciters who do not want to attend live lectures, but want to use the videos for revision. Exactly. So somebody say, please, can I change from modular to tuition? I had below 30. Yes. Yes, it's the right decision to make. So do it and do it now. If you have any marks below 30 and you have registered for modular, please change it. Change from modular to tuition. I would advise that. It's not the best. Anything below 30 is a clear indication that you need to go back for the knowledge. Your knowledge base is not strong. Exactly. If you are in the 20s, please, in all humility, just go back for tuition. I repeat, if you are resitting and you are in the 20s, don't go for modular. Go back for tuition. It's a clear indication you need to get back to the basics. Exactly. So please take note of that. Somebody said I wrote FR twice. In November, I had 34 and 44. And I got access to the match in case I want to join the modular. Yes, why not? You can join the modular. Once you are in the 30s and the 40s, modular is the perfect option to choose from. Exactly. So what somebody also said, would the videos of the IFRS Live be uploaded? Normally, The videos of the IFRS Live are made available to every student who have participated in those subjects I've mentioned. So if you are doing financial reporting, if you are doing corporate reporting, if you are doing public sector, you are doing advanced audit, you are doing audit and assurance, whether you are doing tuition or modular, the IFRS videos will be made available. If you can join live on Wednesdays, why not? The videos will be made available to you. It shouldn't be a problem at all. So we start from the basics. We'll start from IAS 8, IAS 10. Those are basic standards. We'll look at 16, PPE, 40, investment property. We'll start from the basics, take you through all those standards, because some of us, based on the exemptions, we underestimate the importance of the IFRS. And it is based on that research, we have found it wise to provide that gap, to close the gap on the IFRS knowledge. So please don't underestimate it. If you want to pass corporate reporting, advanced audit, PSA, financial reporting, take your IFRS serious. If not, you will mark time. Exactly. Take your IFRS serious. If not, you will mark time. Somebody say, please, do we have a question and answer for the CR? Yes. So if you buy the CR compendium, that is a good material for you for a lot of questions and answers for corporate reporting. Is that okay? So if you buy the CR compendium, you have a lot of questions for you to practice. Exactly. Somebody said, I registered for 3, but didn't get the discount. Oh, sorry about that. You can reach out to us and let's resolve it. It shouldn't be a problem. So if you're registering for 3 papers, you should have a discount. I don't know why that didn't work. So let's talk after the class. Chat me on WhatsApp and we can resolve it. Somebody say, how do I pay for the books on the app? Now, our mobile application is designed in such a way that you can purchase books and pay for them on the mobile application. So when you go to the mobile app, the interface there, you see bookstore. So when you visit the bookstore, you can select the book and pay for it in the app. And when you are making the payment, provide your delivery details. Because as you are aware, our books are delivered for free for those within Accra. So if you are within Accra, you can get our books for free, delivered to you wherever you are. So I will advise that for some students, sometimes they buy the book and they don't indicate their delivery details. So please indicate it so that the team will reach out to you so that the books can be delivered to you. Okay, so put in your delivery details. It's very important for us to reach out to you so that we can get the books to you. Okay. Somebody said, let me see, I mistakenly jumped away from, okay, so will the IFRS class be recorded for us to watch again? Yes. So the IFRS Live is always recorded. We record it intentionally because we know not everybody will join the Wednesday. Even though the Wednesday is the perfect time, not everybody can join. Some people have maybe advanced tasks on Wednesday, so they may not be able to join. So we record it and make it available in the app so that you can play back anytime you want. Is that clear? Somebody say, when will the IPSAS and IFRS Live be held? You made mention of the day, but not the time. So for the IFRS Live or the IFRS interaction is done on Wednesday, 6 p.m. Is that okay? For the IPSAS, we normally do it Thursday. Thursdays, we normally do it early in the morning. So we normally start at 4:30 a.m. and we close at 6. So normally early morning on Thursday. Exactly. So early in the morning, and it's the best time to learn. Some of our programs, we run it very early in the morning, and I can tell you it gives the best outcome. So early morning on Thursday, you are going to join that session to help you appreciate the IPSAS. Is that okay? Right. Somebody said, please, with regards to tomorrow's lectures, are we using the timetable? Yes, we are going strictly by the timetable, even though we have a holiday tomorrow and Tuesday, we are still going to have our lectures in the evening. Exactly, 6 p.m. exactly, we're going to have our lectures. So please take note of that. Our timetable will be respected. Is that okay? So 6 p.m. tomorrow, and then Tuesday, we shall have our lectures. Exactly. So the IFRS or the IPSAS Live, please take note, it will be on Thursdays. Thursdays, early in the morning. Okay, so please take note of that. So somebody said on the IFRS lectures every Wednesday, what time is it going to happen? I think I've clarified that. So the IFRS is on Wednesday, 6 p.m. Okay, so please, is there any discount for registering all levels, all the subject? Yes, there's a discount. There's a usual 10% discount if you are registering for multiple papers, especially when it's 3 or more. Is that okay? So that should be the discount, 10% if you are registering for 3 or more papers. So please take note of that. Somebody said, is there a revision for PSA on Sunday, 6 p.m. for both modular and tuition? Yes, our modular for PSA is 6 p.m. on Sundays, and most times we normally make it a joint class because I normally will teach you IPSAS on Sunday afternoon. For those of you doing public sector, I would be teaching you IPSAS normally on Sundays from 12:30. So take note of that. Somebody said, when will the books be available? We are hoping that it will be available within the course of April. Hopefully, we are taking delivery of them within the period of Easter. So hopefully after Easter, distribution should be commencing immediately. So please take note of that. But if it comes before then, why not? We'll do the distribution. So please, you can order now and it's first come, first serve. Once the books arrive, we'll be doing the distribution immediately. Is that okay? So take note of that. So somebody said, I missed out on some question. So please, those who will register for modular class, can they benefit from the IFRS class? Yes. So the IFRS class is for everyone on both the tuition and the modular. So if you are on tuition and modular, you are admitted to join the IFRS class for free. Is that okay? Specifically for the subjects I have mentioned. Exactly. So somebody say, when will ICA online examination be applied to level 3 students? Okay, so our level 3 students will start writing the online exam from the 2027. Exactly. Next year, 2026 is for level 2, and then 2027 will be for level 3. So it's gradual. The change is happening gradual, but very fast. So level 1 has started their online exam. Last sitting, they wrote their exams for the first time online. I'm sure very soon we'll have a webinar on that so that they can share their experience with everybody on how the exam went so that you can see how it went. So those who are writing level 2, expect by next year, hopefully by March of 2026, you are likely to have your first online exam. So please prepare adequately for that. The institute is moving towards technology, so everybody should align accordingly. Is that okay? Somebody said, I've already made payment for modular for MA and FR, but now I want to switch. How do I do that? So you can reach out to the secretary. She will assist you to do those switch. It shouldn't be a problem at all. So most time we have a timeline to do those things. Is that okay? Those switches should be taken care of in the first week of lectures. We don't allow them after the first week. So please take note of that. Is that okay? So if there's anyone that intends to make any changes to the subjects they registered for, the best time is to do it this week. Because once we are done with this week, because this week is purely introductory sessions. Is that okay? We are going to do some serious introductory sessions. So after this week is fireworks. So please make sure you sort out your subject selection issues before the end of the week. Exactly. Somebody said, please, can tuition students still attend modular? So we have a package for students who wants to register for both tuition and modular. Is that okay? And the package is that when you register for tuition and modular, you get intervention for free. Is that okay? So I would encourage you to chat the secretary. She will be able to help you to add it. So if you have already registered for tuition and you want to add modular, just chat the secretary. She will give you a package to do that. And as I indicated, once you are able to have the 2 programs for a particular subject, you will get the intervention for that paper for free. So please take note of that, okay? Right. Somebody said, please, is there a picture showing the full names? Hey, somebody's question has thrown me off. So let me just move back. The questions are dropping here. We are almost about 70 questions already. Let me just go back. Somebody's question dropped my cursor down. So sorry about that, okay? Somebody said, please, let me see. Please, will all lectures be on Zoom? Yes, all the lectures will be on Zoom. Every lecture is conducted on Zoom. So please take note of that. So somebody said, how much is the case study question bank that the Aspire team has developed? So that question bank is going for 225 CD, 225 CD. So you can order now and get it delivered once we have it within the course of the month. So hopefully in the next 2 weeks, we are preparing to ensure that all those books are delivered. Somebody said, what was the performance for the level 1 computerized exam? So as I said, the institute has already released some report on how the exam went, the computer-based exam. They gave a report on that. We are yet to get some further report on the specifics. So if that comes, we'll share it with you very soon. Somebody said, what's the best combination for a level 1 starter? If you are a level 1 student who is about to start, what is your best combination? Now, level 1, you can combine financial accounting and BMIS, that's business management and information system, or you can combine the business, corporate law, and then the intro to cost and management accounting. So as I said, financial accounting, BMIS, or business and corporate law, and intro to cost and management accounting. So those two combinations can perfectly work, okay? Somebody say, please, can one change a subject registered with Aspire? Example from CR to case study. Yes, those things, as I said, will only be permitted this week. Is that okay? If you want to make any changes to your subject, you want to add modular, you want to switch, those changes will be permitted only for this week because we are just about to start. So please kindly do them as quickly as possible. Reach out to the secretary and they will assist you with those changes. Is that clear? Somebody said, please try the questions topic by asking they are categorized under each topic. I don't get that question. Somebody said, are the books study or revision books? So those books that we have labeled revision books are actually for question and answers. They are meant for you to practice questions. So once it is a revision kit, it is a question and answer book. So please take note of that. Somebody said, I've made payment for FR and FM. Can I change the FR to MA? Why not? If you have not passed and you want to combine FR or you want to combine management accounting and MA, it's a good combination. Management accounting and FM is a good combination. I will always go for that. Is that okay? Please, if lecture is continuous, then I suggest you advertise it on the flyer. So we would have preferred the weekend since weekdays are busy. Yes. So yes, on the flyer, it's indicated there separately, weekend, weekday, but we expect you to join both. If you can join, then what it means is that you have to use the videos of one of the sessions to catch up. Exactly. So please take note of that. So somebody said, please, per your timetable, it means that advanced audit will meet only once, which is the weekend. No, advanced audit will meet weekend on Saturday and weekdays on Tuesdays. So it's twice a week. Make sure you are clear on that. So advanced audit will meet twice a week, weekend and weekdays. If you cannot join the weekend live, you can use the videos to catch up because once the lecture is done, within 24 hours, the lectures are made available, the videos are made available. So you can use the video to catch up. If you are not prepared to join on the weekend, you can use the videos to catch up. Then if you are joining on weekday, if you have any questions from the videos you have watched, you can always ask questions when you join live on the weekday. So that's the flexibility so that we can be able to finish the syllabus. So we meet twice a week. Please take note of that, okay? Right. Please, I would like to know if you already have the ICAG book, do you still have to buy the books you mentioned? No. If you already have the ICAG books, why not? They are also recommended tests for practice. You can keep them. Is that okay? It shouldn't be compulsory to buy these books. They are support or to support your preparation. Is that okay? Right. Somebody said, please, will the slide be given in addition to the videos? Is that okay? Yes. When you register now, if you visit your mobile application, the videos are there and the lecture materials are also there. So the lecture materials for all the programs, right? All the subjects, they are already in the mobile application now. So you can obtain them and it will really assist you. Exactly. So somebody said, will the IPSAS Live be placed on the official page? So the IPSAS Live videos will be shared in the app for the students who have registered for tuition. So please take note of that. Okay. So somebody said, please, will we have IPSAS Live videos placed on the official page? So the IPSAS Live, as we have indicated, will be for those who have registered for tuition and have registered for modular. It's no more a free bonanza class again. Somebody said, please, can I change from modular to tuition? Yes, as I said, you can make those changes. If the marks you had, as I indicated, is below 30, please just go and switch to tuition. Modular is for those who are in the 30s, exactly. Right. So please take note of that. So please, does that mean that enough questions won't be solved when you register for tuition? No, we would solve a lot of questions as part of the tuition. Is that okay? Just that those who join the modular will have the opportunity to solve some other questions apart from the regular questions. Is that okay? And our strategy all the time is that there are sometimes we combine the regular tuition with the modular. Is that okay? So those questions sometimes we solve with the modular will be assigned to you to practice. Is that okay? So that is the way we go by it. It's going to be a combined effort. Some questions that we share with the modular will be shared with the regular class as your questions, or more or less an assignment for you to solve them. Exactly. Right. So somebody said, what's the ideal combination of a level 3 candidate with a PSA to write? So if you want to combine PSA and audit and assurance, advanced audit and assurance should be a good start. When you want to add just a single paper in level 2, you can add advanced audit to your PSA and you are good to go. Somebody said, I've already registered for modular. How do I change? Please, as I said, you can do that now. Somebody said, can we go ahead and print the lecture note? Yes, you can go ahead and print them. The lecture notes in the app are available now. You can print all of them. Normally, once the lectures goes on, if there will be a need to add some additional information, we'll provide them for you. But what is in the mobile app is relevant. You can obtain all of them and print them before we start the lecture. Somebody said, what is the credit policy on fee payment? Like I told the reciters, if you want credit, come next sitting. And why did we say that? Because the month has just ended. So I'm sure if you're asking for credit, I'm wondering what the credit is meant for. Maybe you want to use your tuition fee to go and chop Easter and come and pay after Easter. We will not allow that. There is no credit policy. You pay, you have access. It's an online lecture. As I indicated to the reciters, please don't turn us into debt collectors. We want to teach. We don't want to be collecting debt. Like we want to have the clear conscience to teach and not to be chasing students for debt. So help us to help you. The fees are very moderate. If you look at it, this is a lecture which is going to span for 2.5 months. And if assuming you are paying, for example, you are registering for level 2 and you are supposed to pay 599, that is about 200 CD per month. Are we together? 200 CD per month for a lecture that will be running twice a week. So if you look at it on an average, we are actually not charging much. So please help us to help you make full payment and join the program. If you don't have the money, just register for one and you can be able to join. If you have additional resource to register for another, you register in addition and get the videos to catch up and be on course with those who have already joined. It's not by force to register for 4 papers when you don't have the money. Just register for what you have. Exactly. I would normally say eat your level per time. Don't overeat. Exactly. Eat your level per time. So somebody said, what will be the best combination for level 3 first timer? I'll recommend advanced audit and corporate reporting. First timer, advanced audit, corporate reporting, or advanced tax strategic case study. As I indicated, choose a paper that is difficult and choose one which is not difficult. The average papers in level 3 is advanced audit and advanced tax. The capstone papers are strategic case study and corporate reporting. So if you are doing a combination, it's best to combine the average paper and the capstone. So audit is average, capstone is corporate reporting. Advanced tax is average, capstone is strategic case study. If you do that, you end up not having to write strategic case study and corporate reporting as your final two papers, which is what I told you is dangerous. Exactly. Students who go by that route normally takes a lot of time to qualify because they get stuck with those two papers for long. Exactly. Somebody said I wrote in FR in November, I had 37, but I still registered for regular tuition. Is it a bad decision? It's not a bad decision. If you think your preparation was not adequate and you think tuition will help you, why not? But I would have recommended the modular. But if you have chosen tuition, just go by it. It shouldn't be a problem at all. Somebody said, when is the IFRS lecture? So like I did indicated, IFRS Live, free IFRS lecture for our students normally happens on Wednesdays. And it's available for all students who have registered for financial reporting, corporate reporting, public sector accounting, advanced audit and assurance, and audit and assurance. So please take note of that, okay? So how do I switch from tuition to modular? I registered through tuition. I got 28 for CR and 37 for strategic case study. So I'll recommend that for CR, get back to the regular class. For strategic case study, you can go for the modular. Is that okay? Aside buying the book, do you provide learning materials? Yes, every subject is delivered with lecture notes. So if you have registered now, in the mobile application, you have your lecture notes. You can download all of them and print it immediately and start engaging the videos. Don't wait for anybody. As I advise, start early. If you have already registered, don't wait for us. Start engaging the videos so that when we meet in class, your understanding will be super. Is that okay? Right. Somebody said, what about the free lecture for FR for those of us with MSc? I'm not sure I'm on that page. It will be sent to any of the level. I don't get that question. So the IFRS class is for those who are registered. So please, if you are not a student, you cannot join that class. How much is tuition for case study and which day is it? So case study, regular tuition is normally on, let me just get you the timetable. Tuition for case study is on Mondays and on Sundays. Is that okay? So that is the day for case study, Sunday and Mondays. And the fee for regular tuition for case study is actually $699. That is the tuition fee for case study. So please take note of that, okay? Right. Somebody said, another question again. Let me go through the questions quickly because I would want to invite those who want to ask questions live to do that very soon. Somebody said, I bought the books but couldn't provide the delivery details. How do I go about it? So even if you haven't provided the delivery details, our team will reach out to you to pick up those details. So don't worry, the team will reach out to you. Or you could chat the secretary and provide that detail even before she reach out to you so that we can make it easier and faster for you. Is that okay? Now, somebody said I registered for CR and audit, but the mobile app is not giving me access to the previous video and still not showing that I've registered. Now, if you have registered in the app and you have not been able to access the relevant resource in the app, is that okay? Within the interface in the app, you will see complaint. You see a portion in the app where you see complaint form. You can put that across. The team will reach out and help you with the activation. If that doesn't work, you can also reach out to me directly on WhatsApp with your email address and we'll do the activation for you. Shouldn't be a problem at all. Is that okay? Right. So is it allowed for a switch between online and in-person class? So please take note, we don't do face-to-face class. Our lectures are strictly online. Is that okay? Our lectures are strictly online. So please take note of that, okay? Somebody said, I have one paper in level 1, which is Introduction to Cost and Man Accounting. Can I write this paper alone? I'll recommend you add one paper in level 2. So if you have Intro to Cost and Management Accounting in level 1, you should be able to add one more paper in level 2. And I'll recommend you add Management Accounting because the knowledge across those two papers are almost the same. So management accounting, you can combine it with intro to cost and management accounting. It shouldn't be a problem combining it with that. Exactly. If not, you can pick up a more easy paper like audit and assurance. If you don't like problem, you can take audit and assurance, which is a bit not too difficult exactly to pass. So why not? You can add that. Right. Somebody say, can I do the change on the app? No. Normally, if you want to change your program, what we advise is that when you visit the mobile application, the subject you want to change. So maybe you registered for, let's say, modular for FR. Now you want to change it to, let's say, tuition. Is that okay? So go to the tuition, register for FR tuition and select paid already. When you reach out to us, we'll swap it for you. We'll swap from the modular to the tuition for you. So please take note of that, okay? So in swapping, you cannot do that on the app. Is that okay? But whatever subject you want to add it and select paid already. Is that okay? Reach out to the team and then we'll assist you with the swap, okay? Right. Somebody say, if you are registered for 2 papers and you want to add a third one, will you get a 10% discount? Yes. The app may not give you the discount because you've already paid for the 2. So if you want to add a third one, reach out to us and we can give you the discount. Manually, you pay for it and then we can give you the access because the app will not give you the discount automatically. Is that clear? So somebody say, can you please put all the different times there will be the class are done and join nicely in a timetable so that some of us will not forget? Why not? We can do that. It shouldn't be a problem. Is that okay? So those classes that will be happening early in the morning and all of that, we can put some communique on that so that people can be guided. It shouldn't be a problem at all. Can we have the timetable posted on the WhatsApp platforms? So why not? I would inform the team to do that. Is that okay? So hopefully, if not tonight, tomorrow morning, we can put all the timetables on the page so that those who want to be guided can have them. Exactly. So somebody said, please, those who have not made payment yet for tuition, will the previous videos be made available when the payment is made? It's automatic. So once payment is done and the app is activated, the videos are there automatically. So you don't need to call somebody to give you a video. The videos are there automatically in the app. So please take note of that, okay? Somebody said, is PSA and advanced audit a good combination? Yes, it's a good combination. If you have a paper, PSA, and you want to combine level 3, advanced audit and assurance can be a good combination. Exactly. Somebody said, can you give advice on FR and MA combination? There's no problem combining FR and MA if those are the only 2 papers you have. But if you have PSA and you are combining FR with man accounting, that is a mistake. If you have FM and you are combining man accounting with FR, that is a mistake. So I'd rather recommend you combine FM and MA. Is that okay? That would be a good combination. Or FR and PSA, that would be a good combination. Exactly. So somebody said, are the computer-based questions purely multiple choice? Yes, for level 1, they had their computer-based exam recently, and it was multiple choice. For us, in level 2 and 3, the institute will communicate the way forward. It could be multiple choice with some other options for you to write or something. So why not? The institute will communicate that. But as you are aware, level 2 will move to online examination from next year. So March 2026, we expect you to write your computer-based exam for level 2. So please take note of that. Please, who is intervention you mentioned about? Maybe when I'm reading on that, I'll comment on that. Is the payment only done on the app? Yes, all payment must be done through the app. Now, when you pay through the app, it's good because the app automatically gives you access. Is that okay? So we prefer you pay on the app so that we don't need any human intervention to give you access to the content of the app, because the app is designed such that once you pay, you have automatic access to the content. So you don't need anybody to come in to approve for you. So I recommend you do that. Is that clear? Right. Please, will ICM at level 1 be multiple choice? Also, what advantage comes with the previous test arrangement to the newly implemented online? Yes, CBE, the level 1 was multiple choice, so please take note of that. So all the level 1 subjects that were written on the computer base were mainly multiple choice. Exactly. Please, what is the best combination for level 1? I think I've spoken about that. Is there a picture showing the full name of the subject allocated to the timetable? I think I'm not getting the question. So the names you see on the timetable are the names of the subject. So what you see there as CR is corporate reporting. The SCS there is strategic case study. The ATS there is advanced tax. And the AAA is advanced audit and assurance. So those are the names of the subject, but we've made it simplified. That is why you see that over there. So somebody said, can you speak on exemptions? For exemptions, normally I would want to look at your transcript to comment on that, because the exemptions are so many, depending on your qualification. Is that okay? So for a degree from some of the universities, they are special arrangement, even the masters. So there are so many in terms of exemptions that we could discuss. And I don't think if I'm supposed to discuss it, I would exhaust all of them. So I rather recommend that if you want to apply for exemption, share with me your transcript so that it can assist me to help you indicate the papers you are supposed to be exempted from. So you can chat me on WhatsApp. My number is the first number you can see there, 05552135559. Is that okay? And the secretary's number is the second number you see there, 05471936114. So that's the secretary's number. My number is always the first, and the secretary's number is the second. Is that okay? Somebody say, can I register for PSA? Why not? You can do so in the app. Will we be informed ahead of time before any class on the IPSAS and the IFRS? Yes, there will be communication on all pages once we are about to begin the IPSAS and the IFRS live. So please take note of that, okay? Right, somebody said, what will be the best combination for level 2, PSA and FR? Yes, why not? PSA, FR, or you can go for your management accounting and FM. Good combination for level 2, okay? Please, I've sent you an email using registering on the app. So why not? Once you've sent it to me after the session, I will deal with it. Exactly. Somebody said, can you always make the lecture material available before every lecture? So that is not a problem. All lecture materials are already in the mobile application. So please go in the app and obtain them now. Exactly. So they are already there. All the lecture materials that will be used are already in the mobile app. What was used for March, just obtain them as your relevant materials. If there will be some top-ups or additional materials, we will be updating you in the course of the lecture. But what is in the mobile app now, it suffices for a good tuition program. Exactly. Right. Somebody said, please, I don't have any exemptions in level 2. Can you clarify the best combination aside what you mentioned? So if you don't have any exemptions in level 2, why not? As I indicated, you can either go for FRPSA. You can also go for FR and audit and assurance. Why not? That could be a good start for you. FRPSA or FR audit and assurance. Or you can go for MA FM. Why not? As a start for your level 2. Exactly. Right. Please pay your timetable. Audit and assurance is just once a week. Yes. So audit and assurance is once a week. Sunday, 6 p.m. And that should be it. Please, I have above 30 in advanced tasks. Can I still join tuition? Yes, Kofi, if you think that your preparation in the previous session was not adequate and you think tuition can work out for you, why not? But once you are in the 30s, your modular can really be helpful. Exactly. But if you still think you want to go for tuition, I wouldn't prevent you from doing that, because the tuition will still enhance your appreciation of the issues. Exactly. So somebody said, please, if I have one paper in level 2, can I add another paper in the next level? Yes, you can add a paper in the next level if you have only one paper to write. Exactly. You can add a paper or write across a level if you have only one paper to write. So please take note of that. Is that clear? So please, the combination for level 3, strategic case study, corporate reporting, and advanced tax. So I would recommend that if you have these 3 papers, strategic case study, corporate reporting, and advanced tax, I'll recommend you go for advanced tax and choose to add one of them. Exactly. So you can do advanced tax. That one is non-negotiable, but you can choose to either add the strategic case study or the corporate reporting. Is that okay? So make the choice. Make the choice. Advanced tax is non-negotiable, but make a choice between strategic case study and corporate reporting. Exactly. Somebody said, I have a difficulty signing up. It says invalid credential. So reach out to us. If you have a difficulty signing up in the app, reach out. We'll be glad to assist you. Exactly. Somebody said, I had 41 in FR and 42 in FM. Is it advisable to write FR and PSA this sitting? So that was not a good combination. So you combine FR and FM, it was not a good combination. So my recommendation is that take the FR and now add the PSA. Exactly. But if you think you want to complete that score because you are in the 40s, so it's not bad because you had 41 in FR, 42 in FM. With some extra effort, you can pass those 2 papers. So you can still stick with them. If that is not a problem, you can stick with them. Or another option is to add the PSA to replace the FM. But I will advise you to stick with them because your marks were not bad at all. 41, 42 for FM and FR. You can still go back for those 2 and clear them. Exactly. So don't switch. Keep to the same papers and you can clear them. Exactly. Because you've already made a wrong decision and I don't want to make it worse. Is that okay? So somebody said, please, for level 3, can I do a combination of advanced tax and case study? Yes, a good combination. Advanced tax and case study is a wonderful combination when you are starting level 3. Or you can go for advanced audit and corporate reporting. Exactly. Somebody said, please, which subject should I add to advanced audit in level 2? Corporate reporting will be the best. If you are going to add a subject to advanced audit in level 2, please add corporate reporting. That will be a good combination. Please, what's the best combination for level 2? I'm currently registering for PSA and FR. Yes, that's a good start. That is a good start, exactly. Now, do you have an advanced tax textbook? We don't have that in place now, but I would recommend you to register for tuition and the materials to be provided will be adequate to take you through. So it shouldn't be a problem at all. Somebody said, if you can afford to buy the book, can you rely on the lecture material? It shouldn't be a problem. You can rely on the lecture materials, exactly. Somebody said, I'm a first timer. How do I join the lectures? Do you send the link to our numbers on the app? Now, if you are registered as a student, make sure you have been added to the WhatsApp platform. Is that okay? Now, in the first week of lectures, the link to join the lecture will be placed on the WhatsApp page for you to join. Now, by the second week of lectures, we are going to enhance our security. So the lecture link will be sent directly to your mail. Please take note of that. Is that clear? So first week, lecture link for you to join the webinar will be dropped on the WhatsApp page. Second week, it will be sent to your mail. So please take note of that. Right. Somebody say, do you have a WhatsApp page for each course? Yes. So every subject has its own specific WhatsApp page. So once you have registered, make sure you have been added. Exactly. Somebody say, what is the duration for Monday and Sunday class for case study? So we start for case study, Monday class starts from 6 p.m. and obviously will end at 8:30. For Sunday, strategic case studies should be starting at 6 a.m. But in order to make sure we are fast, we normally move it backwards. So what we do is that for strategic case study, we are likely to start from 5:30 a.m. on Sunday and close at 7:30 on Sunday. So please take note of that. Strategic case study, even though on the flyer is 6 a.m. on Sunday, we normally will start from 5:30 so that we can close early. By 7:30, we are done. Exactly. So please take note of that, okay? Right. So good evening, please. What's the duration for lectures? Minimum 2 hours, maximum 3 hours. Lectures, minimum 2 hours, maximum 3 hours. Our belief is that, you see, there's a certain extent to which you can concentrate. The mind is not a machine. There's a certain extent to which you can concentrate, exactly. So most times, our lectures don't go beyond 3 hours. It's always within 2 to 3 hours. So please take note of that. Is that okay? Somebody said, what is the best combination for level 3? I think I've mentioned that severally. Is it okay to start with one paper for the first time and combine 2 papers for the next? If you are starting, why not? You can start with one. Is that okay? You can chop your level per time. Don't kill yourself. You can start, write one paper just to step in the ocean small. See whether you can pass one paper and then you can add another in future. Exactly. Right. Somebody said, I'm left with strategic case study, CR, and audit. Is it advisable to write all 3 papers? If this is the first time you are writing these 3 papers, I will advise you to go for 2. You can go for audit and the corporate reporting. Exactly. The way the time is very short, combining 3 papers requires a lot of discipline. I repeat, combining 3 papers requires a lot of discipline. If you are going to write 3 papers, especially you are writing strategic case study, corporate reporting, and advanced audit, that's a heavy weight. So your discipline, if it's not adequate, please get back to your 2 papers, your corporate reporting and strategic case study. Corporate reporting and advanced audit should be worthwhile. Exactly, because those 3 papers, I can tell you, is heavy. So go for your 2 papers and make sure you can clear them. Exactly. So I've passed PSA and FR. What is the best combination with man accounting? So if you are left with man accounting after passing FR and PSA, you can go for FM in addition. If you have already passed FM, you can add the other papers. But if you want to write the level 3, maybe you have only man accounting left in level 2, and you want to write level 3, I'll recommend you go for advanced tax, because management accounting is on the same day when it comes to exams. For the same day, management accounting and advanced audit are on the same day. So it's not a good combination to select man accounting and audit and assurance, advanced audit. No, it's not a good combination. You can go for management accounting and advanced tax if you have MA left in level 2. I would recommend that for everybody. Right. So level 2, is it advisable to write 3 papers at a time? You can write 3 papers, but check your discipline level. Exactly. 3 papers requires discipline. If you don't have the discipline, please go back to your 2 papers. Exactly. Go back for 2 papers if you know yourself, because to go for 3 papers is a lot of demand. You have to cut off your social activities, put yourself in a serious mode of learning. If not, it won't work well. Exactly. So going for 3 papers requires extensive discipline. If you cannot do it, in all humility, go for the 2 papers. Exactly. Somebody say, can I combine CR, PSA, and audit? That's 3 papers. In all humility, check your discipline level. If you don't have the required discipline, don't go for it. Go for your PSA and audit and assurance. Exactly. Advanced audit. Right. If you're on scholarship with ICA, does it have a time limit? I'm not sure of the time limit. There's no time limit for that. The only thing is that you have to make sure you don't fail the papers twice. If you fail twice, the scholarship will be taken away. So you have to make sure you always pass your exam. Exactly. There's no time limit. The limit is the number of times you fail. If you are somebody who has a first class, the institute will give you automatic scholarship. If you have a first class, you have automatic scholarship to write the exams for free. Is that okay? So that scholarship is based on you being able to write and pass the papers. If you fail twice, the scholarship will be taken away from you. There's no time limit to that. Exactly. How can you print the lecture notes from the app? Now, when you go to the app and you click on the lecture materials, there's options to share the material. You can share it on your WhatsApp. You can send it to your mail. Is that okay? So, and there's also an option to print. So just click on the options and select appropriately. Is that okay? Somebody said FR business and corporate law and FM, is it advisable? I wouldn't advise that. Is that clear? If you are doing, you have business and corporate law in level 1, and you want to attempt a paper in level 2, and assuming you have not done level 2 before, and you want to combine, if you are going for FR, why not? You can even add audit and assurance. But to go for FR and FM starting level 2, I don't think it's a good attempt, exactly. So somebody said, apart from the app, can you access the learning materials on the web? No. All contents are accessed on the app. Is that okay? We don't have a web version. We have only a mobile application. And the mobile application can be accessed on your laptops. So you can access the mobile application on your laptop, exactly. Somebody said, I'm trying to sign into the mobile application, but I'm not receiving the verification code in my mail. If you are trying to register and you are not getting your verification code in your mail, just type 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that okay? Just type 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you're not receiving the verification code, use that and it will give you automatic access. Exactly. Good. Somebody said I registered for audit, tax, and PSA. That's not a good combination. Advanced audit, advanced tax, and PSA is not a good combination, but you've already registered, so you can keep it as it is. Because what it means is that in future, you are likely to be left with strategic case study and corporate reporting. So that's not a good combination. So you may want to consider a change, maybe replace the tax with corporate reporting. Is that okay? But that's just a suggestion. Is that okay? But that would have been my preferred combination. Would the videos be made available in case you miss a class? Yes, the videos are made available anytime the lectures are done. We normally make it available in less than 48 hours. The time, our KPI is 24 hours, but normally we make it available in less than 24 hours. So please take note of that. Right. So I always encourage you not to miss class, but if it becomes non-negotiable, why not? You can always revert to the app. Some of the lecture materials are not in the mobile app. When you click on the course, it's empty. Now, I think for level 1, the lecture materials are not in the app. We are about to put them there. So if it's level 1, I would agree with you. The materials is not there now. Exactly. For the first time, we want to do that for level 1. Most of the time, the materials, lecture materials are in the app for level 2 and 3. So for level 1, we have made a decision to do that going into this sitting. Exactly. Somebody said, if I decide to register for modular, can I still ask the lecture questions if I don't understand? Yes, for modular, there's always an interaction online, so there's no problem. Once we have the online interaction, you can always ask your question. If you're on scholarship, I think I've dealt with that. Can you share the modular timetable and the fees? So maybe I'll have to put that on the screen. So for those of you who are interested in the modular, because you are a reciter, let me just share that on the screen for now, since I've shared this severally. So if you are a reciter, this is the modular program. You can go for it. So I'm displaying that on the screen now. Good. It should be there. So let me deal with my last batch of questions. So is it possible to write all 4 papers in level 1 at once? It's possible, but it will all depend on you. The extent of discipline required is heavy. So make sure you can be able to do that with the right discipline and approach. It's not difficult. If you have the right discipline and approach, you can do it. Exactly. Somebody said, I'm writing MA and CR, and I noticed the weekend class is clashing. Something can be done about it. So you may have to opt to watch or join one live and use the video to catch up for the other. If you are writing MA and CR and it's clashing, that is the recommendation I will give you. You can watch, you can join the live session for one and use the video to catch up for the other. Exactly. So please take, if those are the only 2 papers you have, I'm sure you don't have a choice. But if there's an alternative, why not? You can switch to another paper. Exactly. Right. Can I replace advanced tax with CR and whatever? So if you want to make a switch, why not? Kindly do that as quickly as possible. Exactly. Good. Somebody said I had 45 in CR, and that is the only paper I'm writing, the final part. Do I need to join modular and regular tuition? I think I made that clear yesterday in our recent test class that for those of you who have just a single paper to go, exactly, maybe you have corporate reporting or you have strategic case study, I will recommend you combine the two. You join the tuition and the modular. Exactly, the regular tuition and the modular. And always, as I said, you can chat the secretary on that and she will give you a package to join. Exactly. And as I said, if you register for those two, you get your intervention for free. Exactly. Right. Somebody say, what is the good combination for two papers in level 2 if I'm just starting? So as I did indicated, FR, PSA, or FR and audit and assurance, or you can go for FM and MA. Why not? Those can be good combinations. Somebody say you keep mentioning a combination of 2 subjects in level 2, but there are 5 subjects. So how do we combine them, or maybe the 3 subjects at a go? So I keep mentioning 2 because I always recommend you attempt 2 papers at a time. Exactly. So in level 2, there are 6 papers actually. Exactly. There are 6 papers. Now, when it comes to the model stream, FR, PSA, audit and assurance are on a single stream. So if you are combining paper, assuming you are going for 3, you can do your FR, you can do your PSA, and you can add your audit and assurance to it. That's a good combination for 3 papers, first time in level 2. Exactly. Alternatively, you can also do your FM, man accounting, and then principles of tax. So that will be the second stream, assuming you are doing that combination. First 3, FR, PSA, and audit and assurance. Second stream, FM, MA, and principles of tax. Exactly. So that is it. So I hope that has solved your problem. Right. So what are the best 3 for level 3? Yes, so I think I've answered you. The best 3 combination for level 3, I think I've clarified that. Right. Somebody said, can I combine MA and CR? I don't advise that. If you have MA in level 2 as your only paper left, I will advise you to combine it with either advanced tax or strategic case study. Exactly. So kindly take note of that. Great. Somebody say, what's the best combination for CR case study? I think I've spoken about that. If you want to write 2 papers, CR case study and audit, please combine your CR and advanced audit. CR advanced audit for the 2 out of the 3 papers you have outstanding. Please, there are no summary notes or lecture notes on the app. Is there any reason? Maybe that's, if you are registering for level 1, I'm sure that may be your problem. But for level 2 and 3, all relevant materials are there. You can reach out to the team to assist you on that. Is that okay? Somebody said, how many papers will I be writing in level 2 if I come with an MBA accounting? Obviously, if you are in with an MBA accounting, you are exempted to write only the PSA and the final level 3 papers. Exactly. That will be your exemption. PSA and the final level 3 papers. But I would want to obtain your transcript as well as your first degree to confirm it. Is that okay? So kindly share that with me. Is that okay? Great. Somebody said, I'm currently pursuing MBA Accounting and Finance at UPSA. I'm in my final year, my last semester. After the MBA, I know I will be granted exemption with the exception of PSA. And I took a both set and sat for PSA. Now my challenge or worry is that, can I sit for part 3 now that I have passed PSA, or do I have to wait to complete my MBA Accounting and Finance? You have to wait. You have to wait. You have to wait. You have to wait. Make sure that, because the only time that you will be given the exemption is when you have completed the program and have submitted your complete transcript. The institute will not admit you to write the final level unless the exemption has been granted. Exactly. So that is it. So make sure you finish. So somebody says, early will say, know thyself. Yes, that is what I'll always say. Know yourself. If you don't know yourself, that is when you go for 3 papers and then you go and fail all of them. Know yourself. There are some of you that your character is not correct. The current character you have cannot even write 2 papers. Maybe you just have to write 1. Know yourself. That's what somebody said. Sir Ellie will always say no dice. That's it. It's one of the things I always keep saying. Know yourself. Know yourself. Exactly. Somebody said there's a limit for the scholarship and it is 3 years. So thank you for that information. Somebody said the scholarship has a limit of 3 years. So it's good that person is providing that information. So whoever asked the question on the time limit for the scholarship, somebody has indicated it's 3 years. Exactly. I'm yet to verify that, but it's 3 years as the person has indicated. Exactly. Somebody said, is there a time limit in CA? I learned it is 10 years. How true is that? You know, that particular regime has not really worked. Is that okay? Because the assumption is that if you are registered to become a student member of the institute, you have 10 years to qualify. And if you have not qualified within 10 years, you forfeit your student membership. Is that okay? But that policy has not been fully implemented. Is that clear? So some people are still on the program, even though they have done 10 years as student members. Is that okay? The only thing is that the changes in syllabus will affect you. So you keep having to write different papers from each point in time once the syllabus changes. And that is the only implication that you suffer. Exactly. Right. Somebody said, please, is there a time limit for a person with pure accounting background? It stated 3 years, non-accounting background. It states 5 years. I think the person is talking about, what do you call it? Admission of membership. If that is the case, please chat me separately and we can discuss that. So with the scholarship, is it when you fail twice or you fail the same paper twice? If you fail twice, it's not whether it's the same paper or different paper, just make sure you don't fail twice. Exactly. Please, it's my first time. Can I combine MA and PSA? Is it good? No, no. I think if you have been listening well, you wouldn't combine MA and PSA. Exactly. PSA is best combined with FR, financial reporting. So please take note of that. Somebody say, can I combine advanced audit and PSA? Yes, good combination. Good combination. Somebody said I have MA and only 3 papers in level 3. And the 3 papers here is audit, tax, and what do you call it? Is it corporate reporting or strategic case study? You didn't put it right. But if you have MA and you are supposed to write a final level papers, it's not advisable to go for advanced audit because advanced audit and assurance and management accounting are written on the same day. So you may have challenges because MA is written on Tuesday. Advanced audit is also written on Tuesday. So that's not helpful. So rather go for the advanced tax, which is normally written on Wednesday. Is that okay? So that should be better. And if you have strategic case study, why not? You can add it. But if it's corporate reporting, you may want to consider it because corporate reporting is written on Mondays. So it shouldn't be a problem. Exactly. Somebody say, is it true that one needs a maximum of 5 years to pass all ICA exam, or else the person writes the exam all over again? It's not true. That's not true. Please, can you change the font of the summary note, increase the font, they appear too small? Feedback well noted. Please, can I access the downloaded notes on the desktop? Yes. If you want to access the app on your desktop, reach out to us. We can assist you to access the mobile app on your desktop. Exactly. Please, if I should register for modular, will I still have access to the previous lecture videos? Yes. If you register for modular, you have access to the previous lecture videos. Exactly. I've written FR PSA before and I had 37 and 35. I want to write 3 papers by adding FM. Is it a good combination? Servant of the Lord, know thyself. Know thyself. Exactly. That's what some of the students will say. They say, early will say, know thyself. Because if you have 35 and 37 for FR and PSA, I tell you, you are not in a good position. You are in the 30s, you are not in the 40s. So I would rather recommend you go back and clear those 2 papers. 37, 35, it doesn't warrant you to now add another problem to your problems. Go back and clear your FR and the PSA. Don't add another trouble to your already existing problems. Somebody said, can I share the lecture note from the app and print? Yes, you can always do that. When you click on the share option, it gives you the option to share it to yourself on WhatsApp, to send it to your email. So once you share to yourself, you can always print. Exactly. Please, what's the secretary's number? As I said, whenever you see our flyers, the first number is mine and the second number is the secretary's number. Is that okay? Right. Somebody said, I have only MA. So I think I've answered that question. I'm a 5th year veterinary medicine student. Can I start with level 1? What do I have to do? Yes, you can start with level 1. Chat me privately. I'll help you with the process to register as a student member of the institute and also register for tuition. Exactly. Please, which papers do you personally lecture in level 3? Okay, my responsibility for lecture is that for level 3, I teach the 3 out of 4 papers. I teach strategic case study, corporate reporting, and advanced audit. So I have responsibility for 3 papers at the final level. So that is it. Somebody said I'm in level 3. I've passed advanced audit and I'm working. What is the best strategy to pass the remaining papers? If you have passed audit and assurance, I'll recommend you pick up your corporate reporting and your advanced tax. Is that okay? Pick up your corporate reporting and your advanced tax. That should be a good combination for now. Exactly. Can I take only 1 paper in level 3? Yes, you can take 1 at a time. As I said, know thyself. Exactly. Eat your level per time. Don't rush it. If you think 1 paper is what is good for you, then just take your 1 paper and eat it per time. The institute policy is now flexible. You can write 1 paper, but the only thing is you pay a higher fee. The more papers you write, the lesser you pay. So some people are tempted to go and write more papers because it's cheaper to write more. But I can tell you, you can have problems if you are writing many. Exactly. So how do you choose for weekend and weekday? So as I recommended, every student is expected to join both the weekend and the weekday class. So please, there's no choice. You have to join both. Exactly. Somebody said, I'm a teacher who wants to switch profession. I have Bachelor of Education in Accounting and wants to write CA. I have no work experience as an accountant. Will companies consider me even after passing? Oh, why not? I would recommend that you start writing the CA, but make sure that you don't wait to qualify before going for experience. Start gathering experience before you qualify. You can request for attachments with the audit firms. It's very easy to obtain. They are in their peak season. Is that okay? They are in their peak season. February, March, April is the peak season. So if you apply, you can get an attachment to start getting some practical experience. Exactly. Don't wait to qualify before looking for experience. Once you are writing the CA, start accumulating your experience by pursuing attachment. From attachment, if you go and do well, they may engage you as a staff and you can switch easily. Exactly. Get an attachment as quickly as possible and switch. Exactly. Can be possible. Exactly. So take note of that. What's the pass mark for each subject? A pass mark is 50 marks, but it's not easy to get to. It's 50, but it's not easy. Somebody said, please, can you register for only 1 paper? Yes, you can register for 1 paper. Somebody said, I have case study and CR to write. Do I have to do it 1 by 1 or I can combine the 2? As I said, servant of God, know thyself. Know yourself. If you go for the 2, it's not easy. If you go for 1 also, it doesn't put pressure on you. So know yourself. Exactly. Students who have these 2 papers to write always have challenges. Exactly. But as I said, have a disciplined effort to be able to go through. Exactly. So that is it. I may have to do a webinar very soon for receipters, especially those who are receipting CR and case study. Normally I do a webinar. So watch out for that. I will do a webinar for CR and case study receipters in the coming days. So watch out for that. Exactly. So watch out for that. Somebody said, hey, I think I have to finish up. I had exemption for level 1 and level 2 papers in 2016. I passed PSA around the same time. I registered again last year to continue the professional. And July 9th, I want to write FR and MA. Does the exemption still apply or is my combination okay? So you've already passed PSA, you want to write FR and MA. So what I'll recommend is that check on your student portal to see if the exemptions you have previously been given is still valid in your student portal. Exactly. So kindly check on your exemptions to see if they are still active in your student portal. And then if that is the case, you can go for your FR and your MA. It shouldn't be a problem. Once you've passed PSA, you can comfortably write your FR and add your MA to it. Is that clear? Right. So somebody said, why is audit and assurance on Sundays only? Yes, audit and assurance is not, as I said, it's not a very difficult paper. We could manage it properly with a single session. That is why we've placed it only once a week. Exactly. So please go for it. I want you to plead on behalf of the institute that they should protect us. The salaries I've been seeing on flyers for CA is very bad. It's an open market, it's demand and supply. So please, there are people who are doing $4,000 as financial controllers. Some are doing $6,000 as financial controllers. So it's a demand and supply. Exactly. It's a demand and supply. So if you build value, you can command the right salary. Exactly. So don't be looking at flyers to determine your net worth. Build value, qualify, build value, and your salary will be a top-notch salary. Exactly. Somebody said, I'm new here. I still seek for attachment with other firms, but I'm actually starting with level 1. Yes, so you can start that. Start your attachment before you qualify so that you can get experience before you qualify. Is that okay? Right. Somebody said, I checked the student portal, but the exemptions are not there. So if you've done so, kindly reach me. I'll send you a number to reach out to somebody at the institute who can assist you with the exemption. Is that okay? Right. Do you have to pay for exemption before you write the paper? Yes. If you don't pay for exemptions, you will not be allowed to write your paper. So make sure you pay your exemptions before you will be allowed to write your paper. Right. Somebody said, please, this is the veterinary student. Please, how do I reach out to you? And I've already registered for FM and BMIS. I wanted to get clarity. So my number is the first number on the flyer, 0555 213 559. That's my number, my official number that you can always reach me on. So the first number on the flyer is always my number. Exactly. So why not reach out to me and I can assist you. Exactly. So somebody said, what subjects are you handling in level 2? So I handle financial reporting in level 2, and I also assist with public sector accounting and finance. Is that clear? So those are the 2 papers I handle. I also sometimes support audit and assurance, even though now I don't do that because Derek, my junior brother, handles audit and assurance. Is that clear? So financial reporting, public sector, those are the papers I assist or handle in level 2. Exactly. And I normally do that because of the graduation. So if I handle PSA, FR, it makes things easy for our students and they are able to move to the next level faster. Exactly. Somebody said, what's the best strategy to pass CR and advanced tax? Which class model should I join? CR advanced tax combination. Is that your last 2 papers? That should be a helpful answer to help me. If those are your last 2 papers, you have no choice than to go for that. Is that okay? CR and advanced tax. You said you took advanced tax last sitting. I would want to know your marks. Is that okay? But let's know your mark and it to be helpful. Somebody say, how do you check your exemption on the student portal? So the student portal has, I think for those of you who have your student portal, you should be able to check your exemption. Is that okay? But if you cannot see your exemption, reach out. I will assist you with that. So can you do an attachment while still working? Will it conflict? Yes. If you are working for somebody and you want to still go and do an attachment with an audit firm, unless you go on a leave, maybe you can use your leave days to go for attachment. People have done it severally. Exactly. Some people use their leave days to go and do attachment elsewhere with the audit firms. People do that. It's a learning process. Is that okay? So I would suggest you can do that. So you can take a 1-month leave and then go and join the audit firm in their peak season to learn a lot. Is that clear? Somebody said level 2 audit. Is it just a one? Yes, it's once a week. For level 2 audit, the meeting is once a week. Exactly. Somebody said, I've registered for CR and MA. I want to swap the CR for advanced tax. Can it be done? Yes, you can do that this week. Make sure you do that as quick as possible this week. Exactly. So the advanced tax, you said you had 41. So yes, so because you had 41, it's good. You can add another subject. But is the only subject you have left CR, then it means you can do the modular for advanced tax, and do the regular tuition for CR. Okay. Right. So I think I've answered the questions. I'm tired. So I think I will have to end it here. Somebody said I've written audit and assurance 4 sittings, and my marks has always been 38, 39. I'm afraid to write again. Advise me. You see, when you are writing audit and assurance and you are not passing, there may be a problem. There may be some fundamental problem there. You see, audit and assurance, advanced audit and assurance, is a conceptual paper. It's not theory. You are going to apply concepts. So if you are getting 38, 39, there may be some problem there. You don't have the concepts. You are not getting the concepts right. Exactly. Because auditing is purely a paper that requires application of standards, international standards on auditing. So if you don't get the concepts, you may struggle to apply. So the marks you are having tells me you are not appreciating the concepts right. Exactly. So I normally have, let me just let everybody be clear on this. If you want to reach out to me, okay, in terms of counseling, I would normally recommend that you can call me between 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Normally within those times, Monday to Friday, I normally use that for counseling. So 10 a.m. in the morning to 2 p.m. is my counseling period. You can always call me. Even if you call, I don't pick, don't worry. I'll surely return the call. Exactly. Just make sure you leave a missed call. I will return it. And if there's any advice, I'll give you. Exactly. So Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 2. After 2 p.m., if you are calling for advice, you want to create problem for me. Exactly. So that is it. So I think I've done enough to justify the preparations for the coming sitting. Is that okay? So I want to thank everybody who has made this session wonderful. I'm really excited that we are about to start another session for the period of July. I would emphasize our timeline again so that we can close on that note. So our timeline is that we are starting lectures tomorrow, 31st of March, for tuition. Modular will be starting on the 4th of April. Coming Friday, we are starting our modular session, exactly. Then lectures will end on the 15th of June. We would commence our intensive revision program from 25th of June, and exams will be on 7th of July. So please take note of that, and that is it. So I think on that note, I want to wish everybody the best of the night. We will meet tomorrow evening for our tuition program, starting with the level 1, level 2, and 3 programs. Tomorrow, we are starting our tuition program. I'll see you in the evening. Bye-bye. All the best, and have a lovely evening. Bye.